So all over the internet right now is this feud between Fuentes, Candace, and Tucker.
Yes, the triangulation is real.
And it's just, you're a Fed. No, you're a Fed. No, you're a Fed. No, you're a Fed.
It's a Spider-Man meme.
It's literally the Spider-Man meme.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all like...
And I watched the Tucker Candace interview first.
Yep.
And let's start there. So they spent 20 minutes trying to discredit and speak poorly about Nick Fuentes.
Yes.
That was really out of character of what Tucker normally does.
It seemed a little off-putting, but you remember he always qualifies those negative statements. Right? He'll say like and you'll know exactly what I'm saying. Tucker will say something like, that guy's he's just a terrible human being. It's not that really, it's just something that I think about, and I don't think about it too much. But anyway, he's just a terrible human being, right? Like he always tries to qualify and kind of backpedal just a little bit. But the reality is, you're not wrong. He spent a lot of time throwing Nick's name through the mud and did a lot of the, I've never met the guy, or whatever. But you're not wrong. He spent a lot of time throwing him through the mud.
Everyone on this show knows I'm a huge fan of Tucker. But this was one moment that I was like, he missed so hard. I've never seen him miss this hard before. And then it got me questioning why. Like, it was so off character and so abnormal to what he normally does. It was really, I didn't get it. He's very careful with his words, right? He's very good with his words. And he's not a guy that's overly repetitive. And he doesn't use very low words. But he referenced Nick as his gay kid in the basement 3 times. Maybe more.
Yeah.
That's very off character. It's almost propaganda-y to use very clickbaity words over and over and over again, like you're trying to push a narrative.
Yeah.
Oh, Nick, just a gay kid in the basement. Oh, Nick, just gay kid in the basement. Oh, what does a gay kid in the basement know? It's like, wait a second. You said that one too many times to be organic and natural. It's almost like there was a card given that says, Nick Fuentes, gay kid in the basement.
And have we not seen, Matt, revelations and receipts of those cards given to MAGA influencers where they have all the talking points lined up like a Biden press conference where the bullet points are in 19 font because they're huge. It's like, don't talk about Russia, right? We've seen that. There have been revelations, right? The binders, right?
I mean, it felt like...
It seems like there's a script being played, my friend. And frankly, it doesn't shine a good light on Candace either. Because while Candace doesn't mind shit talking, which she's pretty good at it sometimes, it just seems for them to be shit talking together for that much time, it seemed a little it seemed off brand is the way that I'd say it.
It seemed performative. It seemed unnatural. Almost like, hey, we're going to talk about this for 20 minutes or 15 minutes. These are the things I want to say. And Tucker's like, actually, I've only seen like one clip of him. I don't know who he is, but he went after this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. He talks about this. Like, wait a second. Which one is it, man?
It's almost like Tucker didn't know his father was part of the CIA until last year.
Or 3 months ago?
Or 5 weeks ago.
It's a weird place to get caught lying.
I don't know about you, but I knew pretty much everything my father did. Not the details, but I knew what he was, what he did, what company he worked for, and that was clearly known as a young boy. So do you find it odd, Matt, that you would not know of what your father does for years until months before his death?
Well, he said after, so that's great too. Hence the problem. This is very uncharacteristic of everything Tucker has done.
The problem with the internet is the ultimate documentation machine. Like, you can't say shit and then think people aren't going to dig it up in the past.
Yeah, it was sloppy. And
really sloppy.
Why be so sloppy about this? And why spend so much energy and time trying to discredit Nick Fuentes? And Nick Fuentes, who is probably the most hardest trending guy on the internet right now.
He's a zeitgeist right now. He is mainline zeitgeist. He is like being mainlined into American conscious right now.
And I remember seeing him. I've known of him I didn't watch him much prior, but I remember watching him last
You
year.
used to give me shit.
About Nick Fuentes.
Yeah, because you'd be like, because I watched him heavily. Remember? You'd be like,
And I didn't get
bro,
it.
you're watching this. I loved his rants.
But then I watched him last year when he was standing on the roof across from the Turning Point event, when he did his America First event at the same exact time of the Turning Point event. And he was standing on the roof in his bullhorn and he was giving the speech. And it was an epic speech from the top of the roof and people were gathering. And I remember watching it going, fuck, this kid's incredible.
Could he be not the Hunter Biden presidency? Could Nick Fuentes be the rising phoenix dragon from the ashes of the MAGA? Could he be the spokesperson that we've all been hoping? Could he be the White Knight?
Well, number one, he's too young.
26, I think.
Yeah, you have to be 35 to run for president. And I do believe that if he keeps his trajectory, that he can actually make a run for president.
Oh, for sure.
I
10
think
years?
so.
Give him 10 years?
But
Brother.
he would have to survive 10 years, gain that much influence, and be able to make it through all the way to the end. The test is not whether or not he can get the influence and gather the people, because he's proven that he can. The test is over the next 10 years, can he survive? And will he not, and also make enough money where he actually still cares?
Yes. Yeah, he won't get burned out or
There's,
move on to another
there's
thing.
a lot of variables between now and 10 years later.
Well, I just Googled this because I wanted to understand this. There was 21 years between World War I and World War II. 21 years. And we saw in the latter half of that, a decade before World War II, was the Weimar Republic and the rise of Germany out of the ashes of World War I. So, if we think about timing, he's 26, 35 is when you can run for president. 10 years, maybe this is America's Weimar Republic, and he's the rising general through the ashes of the MAGA and the Maha, fissure that's happened. And in 10 years, he might be the great orator that the Weimar Republic of America has finally been waiting for. He could be.
I mean, he was one of the first ones I saw online on the right that split from Trump, because he split from Trump before the election.
Oh, yeah.
Most people split, like us. We started getting really critical of Trump after the election.
Yes, we did.
We're kind of pussies. He was very adamant, like, dude, something's not right here. There is a lot of small hat influence going around this administration. You need to notice he says he's America first, but he's not going to do these mass deportations. He says America first, but I don't think he's going to stop these wars. He says America first, but I think he's going to give a lot of control over the technocrats. He called it way before the election.
He was the great noticer before us, for sure, before many.
And people were really critical of him, and people gave him a really hard time.
Yeah.
And somehow through all of that, he still like made it through.
He's like the mini, shoot, I just forgot his name for a second here. Alex Jones. Because Alex Jones persevered from the 2000s through all the 9/11s, and then he finally got taken out with Sandy Hook.
They eventually got him.
They wore him down. They grinded him down to the bone. Nick Fuentes, and the point I'm trying to make is there's a lot of memes that will say, look at how true his hit rate's not bad. It's like 90%, right? And we kind of owe Alex Jones an apology because he was correct about many things. Same thing with Nick. Since 2016 or 2017 is when I think he started. Like, he's been right about a lot of things. And so people are coming around. And so does he have the best, let's just say, medium of exchange? His vernacular and his vocabulary and the way that he communicates and his colloquialisms be a little bit terse and a little bit harsh and a little bit hard-edged? Yes. But has he been wrong? Not really, brother.
I think his communication style is reflective of the community, reflective of the demographic of the people that watch him, listen to him. It doesn't bother me.
It doesn't bother me either.
At all. Like,
the language is kind of harsh sometimes,
at
but
times,
it is what it is.
But some of it is tongue-in-cheek. If you clip it selectively, then it can sound much worse than it is. I looked up on Wikipedia, like, the sexist, misogynist, racist, anti-Semite. It's like the heading of him. I was like,
Yeah, but at the same time,
Kind of, but not really.
But-
he's not like a hateful guy.
he hangs out with so many brown people.
And yay.
And Ye, he hangs out with Ye and he did the Candace thing. He hangs out with Marlon. He hangs out with those guys. The Fresh Fit podcast. Like, there's really very little evidence that you could ever say that he's a racist, like a negative racist. Does he have white pride? Yes. Is he a nationalist, which means that he wants America first? Yes. But does that make him anti other people? No, I think he probably has a mental model where it's like separate but equal. Cool, like do you kind of live and let live. But I think there's plenty enough evidence that everything that in the headlines of Wikipedia would not be true. He's not. I don't think he's a hateful guy.
I don't take it as either.
Do you see him as a hateful guy?
No, I don't think so. You know,
because I've heard people say he's filled with hate. It's like, what does that even mean?
No, I think he just understands the internet. I remember when there was that clip on TikTok that was going super viral of girls reacting because it was a clip of him saying, "Your body, my choice."
Yeah.
You know, and they took it and they portrayed him like this horrible guy, but it was funny. It was supposed to be a joke.
The fact
it became a thing.
Yes, and the fact that he inflamed you with your low sophistication makes it even funnier.
Thanks for watching the clip. If you want to see the full episode, click here. If you want to see more clips, click here.